Hey everyone, welcome back to The Pen is Mightier, everyone's favorite fan fiction podcast. I'm your host, Aaron, and I'm joined today again by my co host, Brandon. Say hi, Brandon.
Hey guys, what's up?
Yeah, we're both here today to finish up the what we started, to finish the deed. A Sonic Deep Cover. We're on chapter 4 now. I don't think we're gonna need a very long intro, so I'm just gonna get right into reading. Um, I'm sh- I'm guessing everyone who's here has already watched the first episode, episode 13, or the first part of this. So I'm just gonna get right into it. All right, chapter 4 is actually titled, which is interesting because chapter 1 through 3 were not. Um, but maybe it signals a change for the better in the writing quality. Who knows?
Maybe.
Nope. The second word is misspelled. So there goes that. But Tails crept home that night. It was late and he expected to be asleep. However, Sonic was not. He was up, beady eyed, running on caffeine, reading a new paper on a chair that he. On a chair. Reading a new paper on a chair that he had positioned near the door so that Vladimir could not see him. Where were you? That's not a question, that's a statement. Sonic snapped angrily. Vlad said, avoiding eye contact. Around? What does that mean? Vladimir took out a syringe that was, oh boy, hidden behind the TV and became Tails. All his injuries remained. Sounds like a scientific journal now. It's very sterile all of a sudden. I don't know what happened to the edgy writing style. So what happened
Yeah.
today? Sonic asked, pointing his bony finger to Tails' injuries. I tripped again. Wow, what a coincidence, said Tails, lying through his teeth. The roads have gone bad because of Eggman. All right. In all the best lies, there was a shred of truth. What? No, don't stop talking about the roads going bad because of Eggman. I want to know what actually happened. Gosh darn it. Tails was
Dang.
right. Tails was right. Eggman had been destroying the roads. His new regime had nearly tripled the infrastructure budget, but the most of the money went straight to Eggman's denim pockets. The roads were now in shambles, cracks everywhere and potholes. The bombing raids did not help either. Oh, right, because they're at war with what I can't imagine, because I thought Egghead controlled everything now. Maybe this is some sort of like interplanetary war. Like maybe they're locked in conflict with like an alien species that the author is
That's what I
just.
was thinking. But wouldn't that be? Yeah, yeah. Never mind. Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking.
Okay, so I guess we're both thinking the same thing, so it must be true. So it seems that Eggman here has gotten himself into like an intergalactical war with some alien
Gotcha.
species, which the author does not find important enough to let us know about.
Yeah, that's to fill in the gaps.
Yeah. Also, again, going with the Sonic is the evil guy idea that I have, it's definitely the bombing because it says Eggman spent or tripled the infrastructure budget. So it seems like Eggman here is actually trying to take good care of Mobius. Um,
Yep.
and he just made a bad decision and got into a war. And now the bombing is. I don't know why he would blame Eggman when literally the cities are being bombed by aliens, but whatever.
Literally.
Sonic was thankful that he did not know anyone who had died in them. They came about once a mouth, and Eggman's cheap planes would rain down Panzerfausts. What? What is this, 1945? Why are they using Panzerfausts? I thought this was like a futuristic city. All right. On any town thought to have resistance activity active in it. That's the worst way to write that sentence. Eggman planned to crush their spirits with his iron fist, but really more people just slipped through his fingers. Good excuse, Sonic said, and throwed on of the photos onto Tails. Tails grabbed it with both hands. His face turned pallid. What? Where'd you get this? Tails demanded. That doesn't matter, Sonic said. I saw you get beat up by those bullies, and I felt real bad for you. Until Sonic showed Tails the picture he had taken of Tails smoking weed. Tails' jaw fell to the ground. No, Sonic, I swear this isn't, Tails said desperately. What it looks like, Sonic said. He snacked Tails on the cheek. Listen, I'm not about to. Sonic really likes injuring Tails even more than he's already injured. Like last time Tails came up all beat, he like punched him and like shook him around. And now he's smacking
Okay,
him all over the place.
remember that he literally just filmed his
Yeah, I mean I
brother.
don't yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. I don't know why I'm trying to defend Tails here. It's very clear that Sonic doesn't care about Tails in the slightest.
yeah.
Listen, I'm not about to let you throw your life away. I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. What is going to happen? You are going to tell me the names of all the people who beat you up and did drugs, and I'm going to report them to the hidden police. You're grounded. I think maybe that's a little bit of a, small punishment compared to him reporting Tails to the Gestapo, you know.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, but the grounding seems less important here. What? Tails screamed. Tails, you used pot, Sonic said calmly, putting his hand on Tails' head and vigorously rubbing. Why would he do that? What's going on in the
Not the big
scene?
topic.
Brandon, do you know what's going on in the scene? Can you even guess what's going on in the scene? Like why are they doing anything that they're doing?
I really have no idea what is going on in the scene. I think it's just a little ridiculous, to be honest.
This
This
is
whole story is.
This is, of course, the most rational response that you could take to your faux son taking faux pot. Is just rubbing his head and also beating him up some more, I guess.
Yeah.
This is serious. There must be consequences. Tails sneered and throwed all of the photos into the blazing fireplace. No, Tails! Sonic screamed and dove for them. He rolled everywhere trying to grab them before it was too late. They burned to ash into his hands. Why did you... Yeah. I don't know why Tails is doing this, by the way. I also have the same question. Why did you do that? Sonic ashed in anger. No, you have zero proof. Wow. What a sentence. Shakespearean, in fact. That's a work of literature. Tails replied with a smirk. Sonic felt the rage build up inside of him. How could he be so stupid? Sonic let the anger get the better of him and punched Tails so hard he collapsed. Why you gotta do thing? Am I reading this right or am I having a stroke? Why you gotta do thing? Oh, you're cutting out.
Wait, can you?
Yeah. It's actually more comedic when you cut out.
Yeah, me with most of this just mess.
Why you gotta do something like that? It sounds like freaking who's that one character in Star Wars who's like Misa? What's his name? Jar Jar Binks? That's what this sounds like.
Yeah.
It sounds like Jar Jar Binks' dialogue. Why is it you gotta do a thing like that? Sonic screamed. You can't do that, Tails said. You can't... What? What is going on? You can't do that, Tails said, smiling through the pain. You don't have proof. What does he want?
Smiling through the...
I know, but like, what? Why? What? You can't do that. You don't have any proof. But Sonic... What is Sonic doing? Okay, whatever. It's fine. Sonic wanted to punch him again. Blunt in his heart of years. Blunt in his heart of years. He knew that his brother was correct. Sonic stormed off to their room to plot his next move. So now Sonic is going against Tails. Which I don't really get because they're supposed to be brothers. He should be trying to like help him and not beat him more. I don't know. This just all feels very strange. What do you think? What do you think, Brandon? What do you think about this chapter?
I feel like this chapter really didn't go anywhere.
Well, I mean
Like,
that's
I don't.
not news, Brandon. I mean this entire story has not been going anywhere.
Okay, a little bit confused, like why he's accusing his brother of doing pot. Um, like maybe I missed something.
You
Like I know that
definitely
there was that.
missed something because he did do pot. Do you remember this? Tails took a puff of
Yes,
that
I
magic
remember
leaf.
that. I remember that.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
guess what I'm a little confused about is why he is accusing him when he had all that time to stop him. Like there's so many inadequacies, I think, or inaccuracies, I should say, because he clearly could have just like ran up and like
He really
snatched
could
it
have.
out of.
Yeah, I agree.
And he also could have, I don't know, stopped his brother from being beaten up and potentially like scarred. Like think of the trauma that Tails is now experiencing, you know?
Well, Sonic isn't, but I can imagine the trauma that Tails is in right now. I mean, he just got basically like, you know, he got almost murdered like 3 times in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And then now it's Sonic's turn, I guess, to beat him even more after that. I can't imagine why he would do this. The author keeps talking about how Sonic feels this familial connection to Tails, and yet he keeps beating on Tails and insulting him. So it's not very familial, you know. Uh,
It's not.
anyway, I forgot to read the author's note or the Aether's note here. Yeah, I know this one is short, but for pacing reasons, it will make sense. I sure hope so. Y'all are just going to have to trust me on that one. Also, I am publishing like 3 chapters at once, so it doesn't matter.
It
And then
doesn't matter.
and then he puts a
Don't
little
you know?
smiley face. And the next chapter is yours.
Yeah. Okay. Arthur's note. This takes place a couple
Wait,
days
mine.
after the. Huh?
Why would he do that? No, just keep reading.
Because.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry
Anyway,
about
end of author's note. Today was parent-teacher talk night. It would be perfect for Sonic's plan, so he called ahead to say that he would go. Sonic started making preparations for his plan. He stole a bunch of technology and gadgets from Tails without him
it.
knowing,
Cool.
and stuffed it into a metal bulletproof suitcase. He put a mini shotgun in there too.
Oh, cool. He's
And
just grabbing
and
all this out of nowhere. I don't know where he's getting all this, but it's fine.
and then handcuffed that to him so that it would not get stolen from him. Then he put on a suit and tie and cufflinks and turned into Huey.
Wow.
After that, Huey ran to the bathroom and took all the laxatives under the sink. Huey ran all the way to the school. He did not get sweaty because he was Sonic. you,
See, it's crap like that. He's always like pulling Sonic's like ability until he doesn't when he really needs to pull Sonic's ability, like where it would make sense.
yeah.
It's like Huey is Sonic until it's useful for him to be Sonic. Then he's not Sonic.
Again, I really don't understand like the point of this whole Huey, Sonic, Vladimir, Tails thing that they have going on. Like I feel like it's pretty pointless
Also,
to the story.
doesn't everyone like watching Huey run to the school? Wouldn't they all know that he's Sonic because he's like running super fast and he's like a blue
Yeah.
blur, you know? It's like a lot
Yeah,
of witnesses and
Is this taking place in like real world? That's what I'm confused
no,
about.
it's taking place on Mobius, which is the planet that the Sonic series takes place on. So it's a different planet.
Okay.
It's not.
But isn't that a weird, like, different type of world too?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I from what I can tell, it's just got a whole bunch of anthropomorphic animals, and that's pretty much the only difference.
Okay, so if everyone's an anthropomorphic animal, why would they be trying to hide themselves? You know?
That's true, because Carlista's a raccoon, right?
Right.
So couldn't they just spray paint themselves a different color and totally be fine? Why do they have to do like
Yeah.
this human? I don't know. It's fine. Just keep going. Just keep going. It's fine.
Anyways, Huey sped off to school. Hello there, a teacher said to Huey. My name is Mrs. Anastasia. You must be Huey. Huey thought that the teacher looked familiar. After a few minutes, he realized that he had knocked her out a few days ago at Sonic.
And she still got to school. That's a dedicated teacher. We need more teachers like that.
for real, especially in high school. Yeah, Huey said quickly. That's my name. I don't have any others. Okay, well that's totally not
Yes.
inconspicuous.
He keeps it's so obvious every single time. It's so funny. Yes, that is
Yeah,
my name. I don't have any other names. Why would I have any other names? You know, like
yeah. Anastasia smiled, totally convinces. She bought it. Anastasia started showing Huey around the
maybe we
school.
don't
This is
need
where
teachers like her. That's it's kind of, you know, maybe if she can't tell that he doesn't have another name, she probably shouldn't be teaching. But it's fine.
yeah. This is where we keep the kind gardeners, she said, monetizing to a room. This is where we give the talk. Wait, monetizing to a room?
It's fine. Just keep roll with it. He's
This is
innovating the English language as we go. He's changing it for his own means. This is true passion. This is true literature.
this is where we give the talk. That's where we put the kings for detention. Yeah, about that. Huey asked her, being rude and interruptive. My son keeps getting beat up by some other kids and nothing happens. What that about? Why, that's terrible, Anastasia said. Who? I heard the names Dwight, Anthony, and Wilhelm, Huey answered. Anastasia's smile fell right off her face and wiggled around on the floor like a
Whoa, that's pretty dope. How is she doing that?
bruh.
That's pretty cool. It's like Mr. Potato Head. His mouth just fell off.
It was replaced by a frown and a serious face. Don't talk about them, Anastasia.
Anastasia. Her name has changed. Anastasia.
Anastasia said seriously. Why? Sonic asked. Their parents are huge donators to the Eggman regime. Anastasia whispered quietly. They also bribe school officials and contribute greatly to the school war chest.
What?
Why half the things in the excuse me. Why half the things in the school were bought by their families. Their students get a sick
Sick high.
off
There it is.
of tormenting others and getting high. So why does anyone stand up to them?
Yeah.
Huey
That's
asked.
actually a pretty good joke. I like that one.
If anyone does tell their parents, and then their parents threaten to cut funds, unless that person wait, I feel like I can't read. And then their parents threaten to cut funds.
It's not a
Unless
complete sentence. That wasn't a complete sentence. That's probably why you weren't able to read that correctly.
I think my brain is having like an aneurysm.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
like,
It's better to have all the letters misspelled, or it's better to have all the words misspelled, because then at least you can just try, you know that every word is wrong, so you try to guess what word it is. But here, every word is correct. It's just in the wrong place.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. And then their parents threaten to cut funds unless that person is fired. That's awful, Huey exclaimed. Is there anything that can be done down about it? None, say Anastasia.
No, it's Anastasia. Now her name's changed
stop.
again.
I cannot stand
Anastasia.
that misspelled.
What's
the
wait?
same
Well,
word.
there's nothing wrong with that. She's just changing names very quickly, just like her mouths, I guess, because her mouth keeps falling off her face or something.
Okay, small as a mouse. Unless some hero is going to stand up Forte, the commoner man, we will leave under their impressions forever. Well, that's unfortunate, replied Huey.
Indeed.
The daring duo continued on their tour of the school.
Wait.
Huey
Hold
saw-
on. Why are they touring the school? He just got to school, but they never initiated a tour.
Well, I think she was like, "Oh yeah, you want me to take you on a tour or whatever?"
No, she never says that. She goes, "Hello there.
she did.
I'm."
No, good.
No, she doesn't. No,
Yes, she
she says,
does.
"Hello there. My name is Miss Anastasia. You must be Huey." And then Huey's like, "Yeah, that's my name. I don't have any other name." And then Anastasia's like, "Yeah, that's cool." And then she just starts walking, and I guess Huey follows her. All right, whatever. It's fine. Just keep going. I'm interrupting too much.
No, wait. I could have sworn that he definitely did. That she definitely told him
Nope.
to take. Okay. Anyway,
Nope.
let me continue going. So, Huey saw all sorts of things there. The school was clearly suffering from misuse of funds. There were many teachers, but none of them were very good. Mood. Several windows were boarded up with plywood, but instead of replacing them, the school spent money on other things like a garden. The bathrooms had super advanced and overcomplicated Japanese toilets shipped in from Japan,
Wait, no, this
but
is on Earth
not.
then. What? I'm so confused. I thought this was Mobius. Mobius doesn't have Japan. What is this?
No, I don't think. Maybe it doesn't take place on
No,
Mobius.
it
But like,
definitely
why
does
is there?
because it says Eggman has taken over Mobius in the actual story description. Right?
Maybe they Earth.
Yeah. Uh, when Eggman has taken over and established a government more brutal than any on Mobius. Oh my goodness. It's
Maybe.
hurting my head. Just keep
Wait.
going. Just keep going. It's fine. Just
Okay.
don't worry about it.
Right. The but they cannot afford doors. The principal would always mail big speeches about how it would be a smart move for students to fundraise since the school is running low on rings, and more rings would mean more education. But he also used a lot of that money to give himself a raise and benefits and insurance and hired lawyers for his affairs with that teacher. Sonic rolled his eyes. Schools always complained about being underfunded, but in reality, they had all that cash they could ever need. They just did not realize it. Mood, but like also not really
No,
that
that's actually
accurate.
just not true. I mean, I know what he's trying to say here. I'm automatically making the political statement in my head. So if I'm sorry, Prowler 404, if you are not actually trying to do political commentary, but I think you're actually trying to do like yes, this is true for like universities and stuff, but like public high schools actually just don't get enough money. Um,
Yeah,
so I don't know what he's talking.
because
I don't know what he's going off on here, but
don't they get it from the yeah, and like obviously some states fund education more than others. So like yeah, this is kind of messy, but like this takes place on a
yeah, that's
alternate
true.
plan. So
It can't truly be political commentary because it's not on Earth.
exactly.
He's just being very descriptive about politics.
Yeah. Okay, so suddenly, Huey doubled over in pain and groaned. He clutched his stomach and fell to the ground. He needed to go bathroom. Now. Huey smiled, all according to plan. I gotta go. Now, Huey screamed, and blindly rammed into the bathroom. Huey made it there thickly since he was Sonic in disguise. The stall door was jammed, so he had to crawl under it onto the wet, stinky flour. He made it just in time. As soon
Gross.
as he said,
What stinky
what?
flour? That's disgusting. I don't know who left flour in the bathroom, but it's disgusting.
Oh my god. Okay. As soon as he sat down, a big black liquid
Oh
spilled
God.
out and uncally into the toolkit suit. Sonic gasped as he felt it leave him. He felt much better now.
Oh
After
goodness gracious. Why?
Okay, but why is this shit black? Like that
I don't know.
and why is it a liquid?
Oh, he ate all the laxatives, remember?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why he
Yeah.
ate all. I don't know why. Again, I don't know why it's black. He should go see his primary physician. But
Yeah, cause like what I don't think eating a bunch of laxatives would make your shit black.
yeah,
So
you should probably see a specialist or something. Get an MRI
yeah.
or something. Maybe it's part of. Hey, maybe it's like a byproduct. Like you know how Iron Man, like in that second movie, he had like a bunch of toxins build up because of his arc reactor. Maybe they're
Yeah.
suffering because of that thing they keep injecting into themselves.
Mm, maybe. That'd
Yeah,
be funny.
anything's possible in Mobius. You keep.
Yeah, that's true. That we need to coin that. We need that to be a phrase. Anything is possible in Mobius.
Yeah,
All right.
should be the description of the story.
After whipping play well, Huey could get to his plan. He opened his briefcase and took out a Minotaur camera that he stole from Tails. It was programmed to automatically blur nakedness so that it could not be used for foul means by
That's
foul
convenient.
people.
an
Huey,
anti-pornography camera. It's pretty cool.
yeah, Huey hid the camera all over the bathroom. Using Carlisto's map, he realized that this would be a prime beat-up spot since it was far away from anyone and was in a dead-end hallway. After Huey was down with that, he scrubbed his hand with steamy water. He then went outside and finished the tour.
Wait,
Huey
hold up,
crawled
hold
into
up.
his car.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I keep interrupting you, and it's going to take forever to get through this chapter. But didn't he just diarrhea all over the floor? So is he just going to leave that there, or is he going to do something about it?
Wait. Wait, did he? No.
Yeah.
No.
The
No,
toolkit suit.
It's fine. It says he made it just in time.
Oh, okay. Okay, so he made it to the... Well, then why is the big black liquid falling onto the toolkit suit?
No
Did he
comment.
put the toolkit suit into the toilet?
I guess.
That's kind of strange, right? Because he knew he was going to have diarrhea, so he just put the... I guess he just has like a weird kink or fetish about pooping on stuff. I mean, the author could have put that in earlier, so I wouldn't be so disgusted by it.
I mean, the author could have done a lot of things, Aaron, to change the story,
right,
but let's digress.
We can always take the moral high ground over Prowler 404 here.
Mood. Huey crawled into his car and began driving home. Before that, he took the serum and became Sonic again.
What?
As
he ran
was doing
here.
That,
Okay, it's fine.
Huh?
He ran here. Why is this car doing here? He ran to school.
Yeah. Didn't he literally run?
Wow, that's crazy. Guess he just had his car in his inventory or something. Pulled it out.
Yes. So the song "I Still Believe" by Jeremy Camp came over the radio. Sonic loved that song. He rode home with a big goofy smile across his face. Then Sonic went home and fall asleep. The next day, after Tails had gone to school, Sonic superimposed the life eater from the camera in the bathroom and put it onto his 85-inch flat-screen TV.
Wow.
Sonic sat back in his recliner and waited. He knew that Vladimir would need to pee someday. Everyone does. Eventually, when Sonic was... Oh, wait, okay, hold up. How would he know that Vlad was going to use that exact same bathroom?
Well, I guess there's only one bathroom in this entire school, which, considering the rest of the school's description, doesn't surprise me too much. So this is this is a position where it's actually okay to make this jump, because it's like, well, the school's so dilapidated, it probably only has one bathroom.
Working back. Yeah.
I don't know. It's the most logical jump he's done so far.
I guess so. Eventually, when Sonic was about to give up, he saw Vladimir saunter into the bathroom. Although Sonic couldn't tell that he simply wanted to do his business in peace, Sonic could yell that would not be the case. All at once, the bullies burst out. I don't know why it's apostrophe there, but anyway, the bullies burst out from the stall.
The bullies.
Anthony ran up to... Huh?
That's how that's supposedly pronounced. When you put the apostrophe after the S, it's like the bullies is...
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fine. Whatever. Just keep going. Keep going. I'm interrupting.
And held up 2.4 feet from the flower by his collar. I wonder if, never mind. Anyway, let me keep going. Last chance, nerd, the fully grown man yelled in Vlad's face. Join us or else. Never, screamed Vladimir's. I'll never work with you, you spineless cretins. Yes, you will, Anthony growled, and throw him against the wall. Dwight gave his stomach a knife-hard kick and then dragged him over to the toeless.
What's a
the
toeless?
stained ones used.
Huh? Oh, the toilets. Okay, keep going. I have to keep inferring what word he's trying to say.
Yeah. It had not been flushed or cleaned or anything.
He should have flushed. I knew there was something wrong with that. Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, Sonic cringed as Vlad's face was submerged in the whole toilets. Over and over and over and over and over again.
I think you missed an over.
Yeah. Had enough. Dwight asked with a smirk. No, Tails gasped. Brown liquid falling out of his mouth.
Oh, it's ruining my appetite.
Oh,
It's
okay. Dwight's smirk turned to a frown, and he then took off his shoe and used it to beat up Vladimir. Ouch, Vlad gasped. Shut it, Dwight exclaimed, then kicked his noggin in.
Oh,
Sonic could watch.
So when you say, like, okay, a little bit of a thing here, I guess that's bugging me. When you say kicked his blank in, that means you cave it in. Like,
yeah.
I don't... So it seems like Vladimir's dead. It seems like they literally just killed him. Although I know that's not what happened, that sentence makes it seem like they just killed him. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. Just keep going. I keep interrupting.
So
I'm so sorry.
Sonic could barely watch. He wanted to intervene, but he was too far. Okay.
No, he was not too far away. He's Sonic.
You literally are Sonic the Hedgehog.
It makes me so mad.
I don't understand this, man.
Oh, it makes me so mad.
Sonic was in hell. The bullies kept punching and kicking Tails for a few hours before they got bored. Then Wilhelm took out some zip ties and then duct taped Vladimir's limbs together. Anthony
they didn't even use the
one...
zip ties. They just got out the zip ties to intimidate him. They took out the zip ties and then just used duct tape.
And then took one of his socks that was all sweaty and then crammed it down Vladimir's throat. Tears streamed down his face. The angry group picked him up and shoved him intro and air duct.
Holy cow. They're being really thorough about this.
Yeah. This is all you deserve, loser, Anthony screamed and kicked the grate. Yeah, your life is gonna be just like this forever unless you help us. Dwight Cream.
Oh no! They did the same thing as the last one. Dance the diner. Oh no. It's the same mistake.
Okay, only then is it gonna get better. Anthony then took out a can of Axe body spray and sprayed the vents all around Tails. Yuck. The group of absolute bullies...
That's the true finisher. It's not caving your skull in or sticking a sock down your esophagus. It's spraying you with Axe body spray. That's the true killer.
The group of absolute bullies then sauntered out the door to return to class. Sonic put his hands in his face on his what?
Yeah, it's
what?
Just okay. So I think he puts his hands in his face and then puts all of that in his lap.
Lap. Okay, got it. And so he hated seeing his brother in this. Bruh, you literally could have stopped this.
Yeah,
what?
Yeah. It makes me mad every time they say that.
Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, he was supposed to be protecting him, but Sonic knew he would be able to soon. The TV had been re-encountering the all to close encounter with the three mean men. Every punch, every kick, every pixel was stored within that screen. A few hours later, Vladimir limped home. Sonic eyed his wounds. Man, that road must be bumpy, Sonic said, his voice filled with pressurized sarcasm like a Coke can. Yeah, Tails said, playing dumb like he was Nancy Pelosi as he transformed into a fox with a special
What is that sentence?
I
playing dumb like he was Nancy Pelosi. What?
Yes.
Sorry. That's just really funny to me.
I tripped. Wait, I read that. Where was I? No, I didn't. I tripped and then I rolled and tumbled and got all injured. That's what happened, I swear. Oh yeah, really? Sonic said, rolling his eyes in every direction. Sonic grabbed the TV remote to show Tails the footage. Tails is... Excuse me?
Why is he rolling his eyes in every direction? What is this, The Exorcist? What is he doing? And then Tails' jawbone just falls off his head. Oh, it's so funny, man.
You know what? I feel like this author keeps trying to exaggerate, like, literally every action that happens.
Yeah, no. it's like trying to it's like watching anime but reading it, and it's worse than manga. It's like manga to the extreme, which I thought like was impossible, but
Well, what do you mean worse than manga?
it's like, so you know how everything, like all the emotions are exaggerated in like anime
Yeah,
and manga and stuff. This is like a
yeah,
step beyond that, where they're actual like it, because you're visualizing this in your mind in like real life, right? Like you're seeing all of
yeah,
this in real life, like all of its ray traced glory, and so these exaggerations don't make any sense because there's no like there's no comedy to it. There's no like comic, like, animation aspect to this whole thing. So you're just seeing people's limbs fall off, but you realize it's just supposed to be an exaggeration. But it's still really funny to visualize its actual jawbone, just like, because the difference between saying like Tails' jaw fell to the ground and Tails' jawbone falling to the ground, like,
you're right. Yeah,
also
it's
he doesn't even say ground. Tails' jawbone fell to the found. So who knows what that means? But
well, we can infer what he means,
yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah.
of
Okay,
course.
let me continue. So where was I? No, 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 no! Tails screamed. He collapsed and kneeled as if he were in church before a pre-list. What that is, I don't know. But
Priest. I think
Sonic,
it's supposed to be priest. He just put an
I
L in
know
there.
it's supposed to be pre. I know it's supposed to be a pre-list.
Oh yeah. I'm honestly like
Sonic
I'm genuinely concerned for both of us here. Like whenever one of us says like makes a joke now about not understanding it, like I actually think maybe like we don't understand it because the story is just like that.
Sonic put a hand on his shoulders. "It is okay, buddy," Sonic said to Tails with a pat pat. "I can help you. Just agree to go to rehab so that you can kick this weed addiction and give me the names of all the bullies in school. I'll make them beg God for mercy," Sonic exclaimed. Okay, I'm also confused because you already know the names. So,
Yeah, wait, yeah, he knows the names. He even
what?
says the names. What is this? Oh, come on. Plot inconsistency.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Tails did not say anything whatsoever. He was as silent as Michael Myers as he walked down to the armory in the basement. Tails got back with the silenced pistol. In one fluid motion, Tails cocked the fun and loaded it, then shot it at the TV. What?
Wow. What a twist. What a twist. I'm
Bang
on the
bang.
edge of my seat.
The gun screamed as Tails fired it every which way. The TV exploded, sending shards of glass and liquid plastic everywhere. "Tails, what the actual hell?" Sonic screamed and ran over. Tails dropped the gun. "Leave me alone," Tails said, and throw the gun at Sonic. "God damn it, Tails, why won't you let me help?" Sonic screamed. "You wouldn't understand," Tails screamed and ran away. Sonic sighed. Tails was
Typical
gone.
teenage angst. You know, I hate it when your angsty teenager just picks up your silenced pistol and shoots your 85-inch flat screen and then throws the gun at
Yeah,
you. Just hate when that happens.
literally. Tails was gone, and he did not even bother to clean up all this mess. Sonic sighed. After he cleaned up the destroyed living room, Sonic walked over to the fridge and grabbed a chili dog and a beer. Sonic chugged it down, crammed the food into his mouth. Sonic then went into the bunker and to track the train carrying robot parts. It would be coming by tomorrow evening, Sonic sighed. He was going to tell Tails about it so that they could attack together, but Sonic decided not to. Tails clearly had something going on, but he did not trust Sonic to tell him about it. If Tails was gonna have secrets, then so was he. Besides, Tails could get shot or something. Sonic then went back upstairs, made himself a cup of coffee, and then went to bed. Arthur's note. "Hey guys, it's me again. I decided that the next two chapters will take place simultaneously, and that the first one will follow Tails and that the second will follow Sonic. Feel free to leave any questions or suggestions in the comment section below. I hope you enjoy. End of Arthur's notes.
You
Okay,
think we should
so
leave a comment? You think maybe we should include that in our like tradition, or
uh,
where we each
I
post our honest opinion in the comments section?
no, if we don't want to get flamed
Yeah,
ourselves.
no, we don't want to get flamed like pausers or preps or whatever. You know, we don't want to be that.
I hate this story. It's not even fun to read. The difference between
What do you
this
mean? It's
story-
so fun to read, Brandon. It's so hilarious.
No.
Every part of it
no.
is funny.
It's frustrating. Look, at least My Immortal and Dave's the Diter, like they had so many like.
No, this is better than. No, don't you dare. This is
like,
better
they were
than
just
Dance
so
the
random.
Diter. There's no way this is worse than Dance the Diter. Dance the Diter was a new low.
No. I felt like Dance the Diter was better than this.
How?
At least I laughed.
Dance the Diter is.
I like chuckled. This one makes me just like want to pull teeth out. Like I just can't stand.
What do you mean,
anybody
Dance the
in the story.
Diter? Dance the Diter wasn't even written in English, bro. How could you like Dance
That's
the Diter
what I
more
mean.
than
It
this?
was funnier. It
Okay,
was
maybe
funnier 'cause the
maybe our ideas of humor is different. I think this is funny
I don't know, I
because
find-
all the words are in the wrong places, Brandon. It's so funny. It's
No.
amazing. It's a new type of English.
frustrating because this one is written like it should be correct. Like it should be an actual story, like Burn Like Cold Iron. But like the plot is just all over the place. The characters are very frustrating. The only tolerable character, let's be honest, is Tails, and Tails is annoying.
No,
as hell.
he's not.
So,
What do you mean? He's so super random. He gets beat up all the time. Like he literally like I don't know how he's surviving all this, by the way, but like he literally does nothing. How could you like Tails? My favorite is Carlista.
raccoon that appeared for one chapter.
Yeah, and supplied Sonic with a ghillie suit and a map of all the places she's been beat up. And what else did she? Oh, a magic camera. That's cool, man. That's dope. At least she did something.
Didn't she also give him the camera that like is basically like an anti-porn camera?
Yeah, she gave him the hentai camera. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, let's go on to this last chapter and see if the story does get better. Spoiler: it probably will not.
I will say the most disturbing part of this chapter was when Tails got dipped in Sonic's own feces. That was kind of disturbing. Yeah. I will say that one didn't set well with me. Actually, I felt a little nauseous when you read that. But yeah, let's hope the next chapter's better, shall we?
Yep.
Chapter 6. Tails' side of the story. Oh no, he didn't bold the Arthur's note. That's fine. At least he put the end of Arthur's note. Arthur's note. Hey y'all, it's me again. I just want to restate how that 1, this chapter and the next one will take place at the same time. 2, this one will follow Tails/Vladimir, who whole the rest have followed Mr. Huey, Sonic, so far. I deeply hope that you enjoy. End of Arthur's note. I think the Arthur's notes are the only things that make this story tolerable. Is that he's so just like happy about it. And so like, I hope you guys love it. Like, I hope you like it so much. We're sitting here just like all holding back our vomit. That's also part of the fun. Tails got up groggily. Sonic was still asleep beside him. Tails was glad of that. The elder brother would freak out if he knew what Tails was about to do. Tails flew with his tails down to the bathroom. So Tails can fly, is what I'm getting from this. Oh, okay, never mind. I just read the Discord. It seems that Brandon is out for a few minutes. I think he's gone to do something. So I'll keep reading. Tails then okay, no. Where am I? Oh, okay. Tails flew with his tails down to the bathroom and then took off that really heavy lid from the toilet. Then he fished out a waterproof bag full of weed. Wow, I don't know where he got that. With great trepidation, that's a word now, Tails took it out and began to snort it. He's snorting weed. Far be it from me to tell him what to do with his weed, but I don't think that's how you do it. Like I honestly just I don't think that's how that works. He then rolled the rest of it counter closet wise into a joint. He snorted that too. He's got some deep ass nostrils. That's crazy. When he was finished, he resealed the bag and threw it into the little area that was full of water. Then he flushed and washed his hands to make it look like he pooped, like Sonic had done, so that he would not have to exclaim why he was in the bathroom. Tails then walked out and had breakfast with Sonic. He ate quickly, while Sonic just stared at him, angrily. Still angry about last night? Tails asked shyly. Sonic did not answer. He just ate his breakfast chili dog. Tails sighed, then injected himself and went to school. Class was boring. Miss Anastasia, that is spelled right this time, Mrs. Anastasia tried in vain to relate to her students via science. What? Okay, it's fine. Teachers never really understood their students. School went past Vladimir in a blaze. That class was easy. Vladimir had already memorized all the different compounds in existence. Jesus Christ. He's really going hard, Vladimir, here. He's memorized all like several billion compounds in existence. It seemed like only a few minutes until he was walking home. Before Tails knew what was going on, he felt two big furry arms wrap around him and shoved a sheet of shoved a sheet of coliform in front of his mouth. They then put a bag over his head and hit it with a metal bat until they stopped moving. That's kind of overkill. With all the chloroform and the restraints with the two furry arms, I guess. And now they're beating him with a bat. Then they throw him into an unmarked white van with the word school succumb spray painted in black on the door. It's a pretty rad spray paint job. They then drove away to their hideout. When Vladimir woke up, he found himself in a metal chair bolted to the floor. He was handcuffed to it and chain wrapped around him everywhere. When they took the bag off his head, Vladimir audibly gasped. Standing in front of him was Anthony, Wilhelm, and Dwight. Dwight was carrying an aluminum's baseball bat. Where am I? Vladimir asked questioningly. You are in my basement, Wilhelm answered menacingly. He motioned everywhere. What do you want? Vladimir asked, coming to his senses. The same thing we always wanted, Dwight answered with a smirk like Satan. We want you...
that's not...
Oh, you're back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
You missed quite a bit of the fun. So I'll update you real quick. Sonic has snorted weed. He snorted a joint, and then he ate a chili dog. Then he memorized all the chemical compounds in existence, and then he got kidnapped by furries, who beat him with a baseball bat. Are we caught up?
Yes.
Cool. We want you to join us in our drug racket. No, Vladimir said angrily. Anthony kicked the chair over and it fell to the floor. When are you going to realize that we are the only ones who care about your pathetic little life? Anthony asked. That is true. They're the only ones consistently paying attention to this guy. Yeah, it's to beat him up, but Sonic doesn't even care about this dude. So I would say that's like a plus, honestly.
No, I don't think so.
No, I mean, Sonic literally also beats him up. So at least these people are professing their care about him. Sonic is just straight up beating him up. I would say that I would rather be with Wilhelm, Dwight, and Anthony. And plus, he already smokes weed, or he already has done so much pot. Like it's pretty much just join them at this point, because like you've already ruined your life, quote unquote, with this magical pot. So why not just make some money and join their racketeering thing or whatever, their drug racket, as Dwight calls it.
True.
See, I'm logical here, right? There's logic in that. But
yeah, you're making about illogical story, but go on.
yeah, I'm trying to reason through this mess. But you're not, Vladimir said. I have a brother. He loves me. Oh, really? Wilhelm bulleted in. Then where is he? This sounds like Oblivion dialogue. Vladimir panicked. The gang saw this and pressed the advantages. You'll see how alone you really are when your so-called big bro does not show up, Dwight said. He will. You'll see. Just you wait, Vladimir began to say, but shut up after Anthony kicked him in the head. This dude's got like concussion on top of concussion on top of concussion by now. He got beat up, and then what happened to him first? First they kicked him in the head, right? And then no. First they hit him in the head with a rock, and then they caved his head in with Dwight's shoe, and now Anthony's kicking him in the head. So this dude's got the thickest skull in all of existence. That plastic surgeon really knew what he was doing. Anyway, the 40-year-old sure knew how to use his feet. Shut up, Anthony yelled in Tails' face, almost as loud as Carliste. Why? Why are we still dragging Carliste through the mud?
That's weird.
Why? Well, she didn't even show up. She's not here. Why are we mentioning her? Tails whimpered. Each and every bully smiled. You know, I could use some exercise, Dwight said with a wink. Wilhelm nodded and disappeared into the next room. Dwight then began to remove Vladimir's restraints. After releasing him from his chair, the deviously deadly and daringly dark duo, oh, I like that illusion, chained him up to himself. Wilhelm came back with an unfilled punching bag. All at once, Vladimir realized what kind of exercise Dwight was talking about. He tried in vain to resist as they shoved him into the punching bag and chained that up to the wall. He was the punching bag. Oh, this is actually a really cool, like, punishment, like torture kind of idea going on here. Maybe I am actually gonna get some writing stuff from this. Which I honestly don't know where I'd ever use this, but I mean, it's a cool idea. You know?
Yeah.
No, wait, okay. Please, are you gonna say something?
No.
Oh, okay. No, wait, please, Vladimir shouted as the gang began to punch and kick the bag. Shush, Wilhelm hollered. Bags don't talk. Then the beating. Yeah, man, Wilhelm's not taking any crap from Vladimir here.
Wasn't he also the one that pulled out the zip ties?
Yeah, and then didn't use them and then duct taped him.
Okay, but still, like, he's a little bit aggressive.
He is the aggressive one. I guess everyone has their own personality. It seems Dwight here is the ringleader, but he doesn't do any of the dirty work himself. And then Wilhelm is like his grease monkey. And I don't know who else. Oh, Anthony is just, the person that no one cares about.
Yeah. Tony the Tiger. Tease.
That's true. He's a tiger. It's Tony the Tiger. Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
Punching bags are great. All right. Anyway, then the beating got worse. They put him in face down, so Vladimir had no way whatsoever to protect his face from the relentless onslaught of abusive attacks. Vladimir brokered and began to cry. He cried like a little baby who hated his parents. A little bit of a Freudian slip there, Prowler 404, don't you think? The bottom of the bag got so wet and filled with water that he was worried he might drown. Luckily, it dripped out before that happened. Unluckily, the gang of bullies noticed. Oh, look! Wilhelm cackled like a supervillain, which he most definitely is a supervillain. The bag is peeing. We should help it. Ugh, what does that mean? Is he going to squeeze it now? Is he going to start like centrally massaging the bag? I don't know.
I think so.
I don't know what's going on here. The rest of them agreed. Before Vlad could do anything at all to resist, the bag was being filled with the high schoolers' Inapt. The high schoolers inapt urine. Oh my goodness. Luckily, Vladimir was able to shack the shake. That's supposed to say shake. Able to shack the bag off the chain and make it fall into the flour before any got into his mouth. Vladimir puked in a corner. A soupy lime green liquid flowed out through his mouth. He felt horrible. It was like that time that Eggman attacked and left him in a full body cast for 37.8 mouths. This reads like a Mad Libs.
It does.
He had lost control.
This entire story reads like a Mad Libs.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it is. Maybe this is just some dude's like really, really long. Like maybe he took another Sonic fanfic and then he turned it into a Mad Libs and then he basically just plagiarized it. Well, who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows? Could be that. Vladimir. Okay, where am I? He had lost control of his bladder during that time, and by the end of it, his bandages. What? And by the end of it, his bandages and the mistress he was sitting on. Wow. I don't know where the girl came from, but it's kind of strange for her to be there, don't you think? He was sitting on were soaked, soggy, and stinky. Vladimir did not like remembering that time. Some things were better left forgotten. The gang laughed at him for a while, making fun at him and his smelly, drenched clothing. "Look, my man," Anthony said, "you better just join us now. We'll give you a hot chowder and clean you up." "No," Vladimir barfed verbally. "I won't break like a week." Like, see, this is what I'm talking about. He should just join so that these guys seem like genuinely decent guys. They seem like they're just being forced to do this by some like evil spirit that's possessing them. Anthony even says, "Look, my man." Like he literally man said, "Look, homie." Like that's the equivalent, you know? Like you should just join them at this point.
Yeah, trying to fight it is kind of ridiculous.
The Anthony, Dwight, and Wilhelm like abusing him to this degree doesn't make any sense because like they're saying that if you just join us, we'll be super nice to you. You know, like why would you like why are you beating him up so bad? Like you're bringing him to the brink of death every single time you beat him up, and yet you want him like it seems counterproductive. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just seems weird. And then Vladimir also not accepting their offer is also kind of weird. Because I would definitely, in this situation, I'd probably join. You know? Because, like, what choice do I got? Either I join or I get my head caved in, like, 7 times in a row.
Right.
Anthony frowned and then kicked Vladimir in the stomach. This only caused him to puke more. By the end of it, his clothes were soaked. "Oh yeah?" Anthony shouted in Vladimir's face, "because you're looking pretty weak to me." Vladimir responded by puking in Anthony's face, his mouth wide open. Anthony then puked too. Hey, wait, I know where this scene is coming from. I actually have the book where this scene comes from. It's a Captain Underpants spinoff.
Wait, seriously?
Yeah. I read this back in when I was like 10. I actually still have the book. I have the book on my bookshelf. Like I'm staring at it. It's
Wow.
It's like this book about Harold and George. You know the two people, the two kids from Captain Underpants.
Yes.
It's about them going into it's about cavemen who go into the past and learn kung fu, or they go into the future and learn kung fu, and then they come back and beat up the bad guy. It's actually a really well written story. Anyway, sorry.
I don't think I've ever. I read a couple of those books, but I wasn't like super into them. So yeah.
Oh, I was a massive fan. I loved Captain Underpants. He was my hero.
Gotcha.
I can't imagine why you didn't like Captain Underpants that much. It was like the greatest book. It was like second.
A lot of people our age read it. I just never got into it for some reason.
It's like it's freaking It was like second to Diary of a Wimpy Kid, you know, like that. It was like number 2.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You're weird. That's crazy.
Okay, thanks.
No, it's weird that you. Okay, it's fine. Whatever. What's next? Oh yes. Anthony then puked too. After a while, it became hard to tell where Vladimir's barf began and Antony's vomit ended. Well, it's artistic.
Okay.
When that
That's
happened,
right.
he kicked him in his head. What? Who's kicking who in their head? Vladimir screamed in pain. Oh, okay, Anthony's kicking Vladimir. Vladimir screamed in pain. Then Anthony spit in his face. He's still got spit after all of that puking? You little mudball, Anthony roared like a lion. You ruined my sweater vest. This cost me 130 rings. I'm gonna kill you. Yes. Appropriate reaction.
It's the I'm gonna kill you for me.
It really does sound like Jar Jar Binks. Anthony ran out the door. A few minutes later, he came back with a knife in his hands. Oh, shoot. Things are getting serious now. His eyes were blood red. He was out for the slaughter. Before he could do anything, however, Wilhelm hopped over and stopped him. Dude, calm down, Wilhelm, coolly reptile. If you kill him now, we'll loose out on that sweet, sweet dope he's gonna make us. And all the cash cola that comes with it. Anthony slowly came around to a grin. He sauntered over to Tails. He put the knife against his neck. No, you listen here, you dirty little piece of absolute trash, Anthony angrily said, like the bully that he always was. You are going to work for us, whether you like it or not. Vladimir bit the tongue in his mouth. If he said no, they would surely kill him. Yet, could he really justify working with these spineless heathens? He decided on a middle route. I'll pay you back in ring for the shirt, Vladimir whispered like a sheep. Sheep don't whisper. I don't know what kind of sheep Prowler 404 has been talking to, but all the sheep that I know can't whisper. Maybe Prowler 404 is actually on Mobius. Maybe he's writing this from Mobius. Like this is some sort of like actual documentary, you know?
Okay, have we gotten confirmation on that?
I don't know, man. I'm just guessing they're on Mobius because the description of the story says they're on Mobius, but who knows? Because they got Japan too, so I don't know. My working theory is that there's a wormhole, and they've accepted this wormhole as part of their world. So it's kind of like their Mount Everest is like this massive wormhole that leads to our world, but the people on Earth can't see it. So that's how Japan can import. Oh no, all the Japanese people can see it, but no one else can. So that's how they get the toilets from Japan is through that wormhole, and that's why they don't have any other earthly possessions.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's a pretty complex theory. You wouldn't even understand half of it, Brandon. It's going deep into the multiverse.
yeah, I would not get it. So thank you for explaining it.
It's the only explanation for this story. It's the only logical explanation. But I ain't making drugs. I ain't no evil doer like y'all. Anthony frowned. Then sucker punched Vladimir. I don't know why Vladimir thought that would work. They obviously don't care about the shirt. They want him to make drugs. Why would he? Whatever. Then he walked over to the rest of his gang, and they huddled up and discussed terribly. Vladimir could not hear them, but he knew that whatever they was talking about would not be good. Finally, in unison, they each picked up Vladimir via his long limbs. Dwight carried his right arm, Anthony carried the leftmost one, and Wilhelm carried his legs. They were taking him somewhere. Where are you Vladimir began, but Dwight shut him up by hitting him with his own arm. As opposed to someone else's arm? Shut up, idiot, Dwight shouted in his face with an evil grin like Satan. You'll find out soon enough. The group thread him into a big metal walk-in closet-like room. The thaw him into the floor oh my goodness gracious. The thaw him into the flour harshly. Then they slammed the door, and a click told Vladimir that it was locked. Vladimir stood up and began to bang on the glass porthole on the door. The bullies only smiled hellishly as they pulled a clever on the wall. At once, big white lights turned on and shoot light out everywhere like water fountains. Soon it got hot. like really hot. As hot as the bladder of hell. No hotter. Wow, that's pretty accurate, man. Again, this makes me think that like Prowler 404 is some sort of like multiverse traveling, you know, like
Serial killer.
Magic Man.
Remember the serial killer like aspect?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he comes up with, say what you want about Prowler 404, but this man comes up with some pretty cool torture strats, you know?
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty dope. Things probably aren't so dope for Vladimir here. Also, it's strange that Prowler 404 knows exactly how hot the bladder of hell is. Anyway, some questions to think about as we continue. The gang laughed horribly. A few hours in there and he'll come around, Wilhelm exclaimed. Just you wait. Just you wait. Like that one Hamilton song. So they was planning to sweet him out, were they? Vladimir chuckled. He wouldn't cave, but his mind began to transform as he sat in the hot, sweaty room. So they literally just put him in a sauna. This is death by sauna.
Essentially.
I mean, you know, hey, have you ever watched that like you know those videos on YouTube that talk about like those info YouTube videos that are like, what would happen if, like, you know what I'm talking about,
right?
Oh my
God, yes. I see the most on TikTok. Yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The infographics show have this they have a channel on YouTube and they did this one video about how you would die in a sauna, like you'd be cooked.
Yeah, I have not Final Fantasy. What is it called? Final Destination for that. Final Destination 3.
I can't believe you just made a Final Destination joke.
Yeah, I mean, there was a scene in which, like, a girl was, like, cooked alive in a tanning bed, which is not really, like, a sauna, but, like, a heated environment. But, yeah. Anyways, go on with the story.
Yeah, I wonder how long Vladimir can last in this sauna here. It got unbearably hot. It was like a big oven or microwave. Vladimir had heard that terrorist groups would use his rooms like these to torture their victims, but he never thought that some bully would. He sweated. He raged. He sweat? What? Is that even a sentence? No, why am I even asking? He sweated, he raged. He was an animal! No one deserved this, but the worst had yet to begun. Hot water dripped down from the pipes above him and seared his human skin. Vladimir screamed in pain. This was like torture, but worse. What? It wasn't long before he collapsed in a hot sweat.
Yeah, I don't know how it gets worse than this.
Tails was sitting on the couch at home. What? What? Hey. Wait, hold on. Did we just time jump? Oh, he just collapsed. So he passed out.
Yeah, he just passed out.
Oh. Okay. Oh, it's just very strange. He begins the new paragraph like it's continuing on. Okay, I see what's going on.
I love you questioning this like person's like style of writing now.
Yeah, like, no, I'm always questioning. I'm always trying to find the logical solution to this story, but it's never there. Maybe because this story is completely illogical.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Tails was sitting on the couch at home. It was a good day. He was reading a book on science. However, Sonic suddenly bounced into the room. He was angry. His eyes were blood red. Tails! He screamed in a voice no human could utter. Tails cringed. The hulking blue monster stepped towards him. You are a worthless excuse for a brother, and an even worse sidekick, Sonic hollered. Oh, no, Sonic, but... Tails began in his defense. Shut up! Sonic screamed, then Roundhouse kicked him. See, that's what I'm saying! Sonic literally doesn't care about Tails. It's so funny. And then Roundhouse kicked him. You think you're so smart, always making inventions and knick-knits. Well, let me tell you something. You are a failure. Your inventions never work. I was always just being polite. What? Really? Tails asked, tears forming in his eyeballs. Yes, I don't lie, Sonic replied, showing a toothy grin to Tails. If you switched sides and defected to Eggman right now, it would be a net positive. You ain't big or strong, and you're certainly not fast. You're as useless as my appendix. Wow, that's harsh. That's really harsh. Though, apparently, these days scientists think the appendix actually does do something important. Apparently, I read somewhere. Well, what were you gonna say?
They're still not sure on exactly what it does.
Well, no, I heard somewhere that it's like a bacteria holder, right?
Yeah,
It's like a bacteria house for all the
that's what I've heard.
bacteria in the intestine. I believe that theory. So Sonic is just being ignorant here, calling him as useless as an appendix. Sonic just doesn't have his Sonic's just doesn't have his med degree. Sonic,
Right. Well, clearly.
yeah, clearly.
Any.
Yeah, he has the degree in anti-English. He really just can't make sentences at all. Sonic had gotten his appendix removed last summer because it blew up on him.
Yeah.
Tough. That's rough.
Yeah.
No. This cannot be true, Tails said, on the edge of crying like a newborn. Oh yeah? Then why hasn't Amy called you? Or Knuckles? Sonic said with a smirk. They don't care about you. They never have, and they never will. No, Tails said, a new act of defiance in him. We had to cut contact because we went undercover. Sonic cut Tails off with his fist. Nuh-uh, Sonic shouted almost as loudly as Carlista, again dragging her name through the mud, because why not? It's an opportunity for it. And then pointed a single finger at the door he had come in from. Out from the opening came Amy and Knuckles. Yeah, Sonic's right, Amy hollered at Tails. You're never here for us, so we don't care about you. Yeah, you're worthless, Knuckles said. You could die tomorrow and nobody would notice. Tails collapsed into a puddle of tears. Wetness streamed down from his... Wetness streamed down from his face like raindrops. This couldn't be true, could it? You failed us, Sonic began. You failed Mom. You failed Dad. You failed everyone you ever met. We've barely been able to tolerate you all these years, Knuckles added with a grimace and a chuckle. Sometimes in battle, I think about slamming my mallet down on your tiny-brained head, Amy insulted. Nobody would notice, I wouldn't get no blame, and we would rid the team of some dead weight. Tails bald. Oh, wow. Hey, Tails has got some ankles on him. Tails got some moves on him. He got the handles. He stands up and just starts playing basketball, breaks all their ankles, wakes up. Best dream of his life. He threw his arms everywhere. Why are you telling me all of this? Tails said between sobs. Because I finally found a replacement, Sonic said, and pointed to the doorway a second time. Through it, a palette-swapped version of Tails rambled through. With him on our team, we might finally have a shot at winning, Knuckles said warmly. Yeah, Amy agreed. He's anything you aren't, okay? He is strong where you are weak, fast when you're slow, and smart when you idiotic. Nice sentence, Amy. Honestly, Tails is the only one speaking in full sentences. So I think he's smart and everyone else is dumb. So I don't know what Amy is going off about saying idiotic. Tails literally memorized the entire... He memorized all of the... molecules. No, not all the molecules. Shoot. What did they say he memorized? You know what I'm saying. He memorized all of the molecules in the universe, and Amy is sitting here calling him idiotic. That's just tough. That's just really rough and really wrong. And I feel so bad for Tails. The replacement laughed horribly. So what? Tails asked. I've worked for you for years, and you're just gonna throw me away like trash? Work is a strong word, Amy began. Yeah, Knuckles chuckled. We always gave you the most simple, easy tasks, and you still had a hard time overcoming them. And B, Sonic began, although your picture does show up when you look up garbage on Bing, we can't just throw you... Oh, they have Bing on this planet. Wow. So I guess my wormhole theory needs some work. We can't just throw you out. Really? Tails said, a small piece of hope glimmering through his voice. If we fire you now, then you can claim unemployment, Sonic explained. I don't want my taxes to be wasted on that. Dang, bro. That's crazy how he did him like that. So what are you gonna do? Tails said, although a part of his brain already knew. You're like a horse who was born without legs, Tails, Sonic claimed. You were never useful to anybody at all, and never will be neither. So what we do next will be a mercy. Jesus Christ! This is really dark. Before Tails could react, his 3 former friend assaulted him. What? Okay. Sonic kicked him at super fast speeds. Knuckle used his super strength to punch him for massive damage, and Amy took out a knife, cut a lemon with it, and then used it to stab Tails. Holy cow! Holy shit! What is going on? Over and over and over and over again. No, please stop, Tails said, choking on his tears. Shut up, Sonic said, roundhouse kicking his head again. Tails screamed and screamed and screamed as they tormented him. This was worse than anything Tails had ever experienced before. His own friends, how could they do this? Tails cried in his agony. Please stop, Tails yelped. This has got to be some kind of prank. I hate you, Sonic shouted. Tails cried some more. Then Amy readied her hammer and slammed it onto Tails' stupid face. He screamed in pain. Ah! Vladimir screamed. Vladimir woke up with a jolt. Cod bead of sweetness. Why did I think that sentence was going to be correct? Cod bead of sweetness covered his entire body. He realized that he was no longer in the hot room. Someone had saved him. Vladimir heard a voice behind him. I'm glad that you're up, the cloaked voice said. How you feeling? Good, Vladimir said What? Excuse me? Oh no, I'm gonna get TOS'd. Vladimir said Jew blatantly. I knew you'd be here, son. No. It's his father. He's alive. Whoa! That's crazy. Wait, what a twist. This is actually a pretty good twist.
It is a good twist.
Yeah, it's getting good now.
That's a really good twist.
It's getting good now, Brandon.
Now, of course, now it gets good. But
yeah.
The chapter ends.
Yeah, it is, of course. It's ending soon, but at least the last part of it's good. Vladimir shut up when his vision cleared and realized that the person standing in front of him was not, in fact, his blue-skinned bro, but, in fact, totally different person. In front of him was senior high schooler Fiona the Fox. Oh, God, not this. Anything but a stupid, mushy, crappily written love story. I hate this. Tails blushed a little. Well, of course I'd be here, Fiona the Fox said with a smirk on her face, after Eggman killed my family and sent me to a laborious camp, in which we mined. It's like the Walmart version of a labor camp. I eventually managed to escape, and then I got adopted by Wilhelm's family since Eggman had all of mine shot in the backs and buried in unmarked graves. Jesus Christ. The mind of a child. Truly, what is that Yoda quote? What does he say? Truly interesting the mind of a child is. Oh wow, Vladimir said in a sympathetic voice that spoke of deep understanding of the fox's trauma. My parents got killed too, if that helped at all. Fiona decided to smile through the pain. Why would it help? You guys are both... What? Okay, it's fine. Yeah, it does, Fiona said tearfully. After a while of comforting each other, they got down to business. So the boys want me to join their... Yeah, see, that sentence... I read it like that because it sounds like that.
Double meaning there.
So the boys want me to join their drug gang, Vladimir said, explaining his situation to the sympathetic fox. They've been tormenting me for a while about it. My life has been like an early hell. No matter what I do, they will not leave me alone. They keep beating me up and ambushing me. My brother is starting to get sus. Oh no, he's starting to get a little sus. I'm glad the Among Us reference finally got here. I was waiting for it. I was starting to get nervous. I was like, does this story not have an Among Us reference? They keep saying that it's for my Owen good, but they just want more blood money. Fiona said introspectively, rubbing her fingers into her chin. They shouldn't be beating you up like that, but they do have a lot to gain by joining us. US? Oh, us? Vladimir asked, all confused. Wait just a minute. Are you a part of their gang of criminal convicts? Fiona scratched her neck with her hand. Yeah, she said affirmatively. Are you saying something? You were cutting in and out.
Still me? No.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I was just hearing things from your end. Fiona scratched her neck with her hand. Yeah, she said affirmatively. Tails gasped in horror. Why, he said, no amount of income could justify such as crime to God. Oh, I ain't in it for the money, Fiona explained, Lima, a school teacher. It's the best way to resist Eggman. What? Vladimir asked. How is that? Crime will destabilize the new regime, Fiona exclaimed. That and the money that it generates can go towards funding the rebellion. Tails said. I guess I never thought about it like that. Sometimes you just need to look at things from a different angle, Fiona said, handing Vladimir a protractor. Why? That's weird. Why is she doing that? So, are you going to join? Fiona said, handing out her hand. Vladimir thoughted about that for a singular moment, but decided against it. He wasn't going to work for no gang. No, Vladimir replied heroically. I won't work for you or any gang for that matter. Well, if you change your mind...
I'm just envisioning him doing that very dramatically.
Yeah. Well, if you change your mind, here's my phone number. My Phonia. Oh, God. Really? It's terrible. It's so bad. My Phonia number, if you will, Fiona the fox said, winking and handing Vladimir a sheet of paper with number written on it in yellow. Vladimir gavelled it a sniff, and a distinct mix of perfumes and drugs came off of it. Whoa, this Fiona the Fox girl is cool. She, perfumes herself with drugs. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Her perfume is weed. That's pretty dope. No pun intended. That's pretty awesome. It's like her superpower. She gets everyone around her, super high.
Yeah, it's kind of like Poison Ivy, I think.
Yeah, she is Poison Ivy. You're right. That's super. Wait. Yep. All of the references are coming into this story. It's all blending into a marvelous medley of beautiful literature.
Yep.
Vladimir shoved it into his wet pocket anyhow. Well, I guess that's it, Fiona said. I can show you to the door if you want. Wait, what about the others? Vladimir asked. Won't Anthony and Dwight and Wilhelm get angry? Angry enough to kill? Nah, Fiona explained like a grandmother. What? The other three are off in the attic getting high. They wouldn't notice a war going on. Oh, okay, Vladimir responded like a child. Fiona guided Vladimir out the front door and into the yawn. They waved at each other as Vladimir began the long walk home. Scene change. Sonic's house. Wow. They're really doing scene changes like that nowadays, huh? Maybe I didn't get the memo.
I love how it's just scene change.
Yeah, hey, writing's gotten a lot different since us old folk have started doing it, I guess. I guess this is how we're transitioning these days. We're just writing scene change in italics. Vladimir stumbled through the door as he morphed into Tails. Sonic was there, waiting for him. Sonic glared at him like a... What in the world is that? Will Lily? Oh my. That's definitely not a word. I was questioning some of the other ones, but this one's definitely not English. Sonic glared at him like a Willilly animal. If looks could kill, Tails would have been 86th by now. See, what is that? Is that slang for something? He would have been dead, right? That's what that means.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
You late! Sonic screamed in rage. 6 hours late! 6 hours latte! No, wait, Sonic, please calm down, Tails said quickly. I can explain. But Sonic interrupted him. He was quick like that. No excuses, Sonic said, and slapped Tails' neck. What a weird place to slap him. I needed you, Tails. I almost died today. See, Sonic sucks. Freaking Tails almost freaking gets roasted alive by some drug gang, and then he has to get saved by a weird drug fox. And Sonic's first instinct is to be like, I can't believe you almost let me die. You know, like that's super stupid. I hate Sonic so much. And I'm not saying I hate like the character Sonic. I hate Prowler 404's depiction of Sonic.
Exactly. I don't like the Sonic at all.
What? Tails began in confusion. What are you talking? You were supposed to answer your communication device, Sonic said. The communicator? In a single moment, Tails realized that the bullies must have taken it. Oh no, you see, Tails said, trying to explain the situation to his raging older brother. But then Sonic kicked him to the floor. Tails, let's be real for a moment, he said, his eyes fluttering. Why are they fluttering? You like to think that you're some kink of super competent genius hero, but you're not. You failed me today. Big time. If you failed once, then you can do it again. So if you keep falling then off your team. And another thing, you ain't no hero. I'm the hero. I am the hero around here. You supposed to be a sidekick, but you're just a bad excuse for one. It's pathetic, really. Our parents both died disappointed of you. Jesus Christ, bro, he almost died. Why can't you just give him a break?
I'm almost convinced to say that this is like fake.
Maybe it is fake. Yeah, maybe he's still in a dream. This is some Inception type stuff where he's trapped inside a dream. And he keeps waking up to nightmares. Yeah, maybe that's what's happening.
That's the only thing I can reason this with.
Yeah, honestly, this entire read has been like a fever dream, so I wouldn't be surprised. Tails cried so much, he thought that he was going to drone. He ran away. He didn't have a destination. He just wanted some space. Scene change, outside on the street. Once Tails was far enough away from Sonic, he took out his cell phone and called the number. Yellow? I like how that's how she answers the phone. Fiona answered, Tails, is this you? Yeah, it's me, Tails replied. I changed my mind. I want in. Oh, well, that's great, Fiona said. Just, I wasn't finished, Tails cut her off. I want a 35% cut of all sales I take a part in. What? Fiona said. Tails, the normal cut is 10 to 15%. Maybe you could start there and work yourself up. I like how Fiona's treating this like a 9 to 5. And you get free coffee, Tails. Don't you want that?
Yeah, she's really making it seem like it's a job. When it's like...
It's like a full-time employment. This is like his interview. No, Tails explained. Look, I'm the best chemist in school. Heck, even the teachers are jealous. Because of that, we'll be producing more dope than usual at a higher quality. That means more profits. This demand of mine will be plausible, I promise. Take it or leave it. Fiona said, thinking. You drive a hard bargain, but I'll take it. Deal. What a bargain. Deal, Tails said, and hung up the phone. It started to rain, but he didn't care. Tails began to smile and laugh like a madman. He was about to let it go. Oh, he's about to turn into Elsa. Wow.
Oh, let it
cool.
go. Let it go.
Arthur's notice. Hey, y'all wonderful readers. I'm real sorry about dragging my feet on this. Real life issues kept coming up. Plus, this chapter has been the longest of any that I've written so far. The next chapter will probably be shorter and focus on the blue blur himself. Please review and leave suggestions. If you want, I'll even include your OCs. Just no porn ones. Ew. End of Arthur's note. What a fitting end to such a wonderful story, Brandon.
Yeah, this story has been...
It's been a wild ride. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah. I feel like it definitely did improve a little bit towards this end here, but
Did it though?
Yeah. What was that?
Did it though? Did it really? I mean,
Not really.
yeah.
No.
Yeah, I think maybe you're
Well,
lying there a little bit to our readers, Brandon. I'm kind of disappointed in you.
I guess what I was really trying to say is that like I think the author is getting a little bit better at, I guess, understanding like the story beats. I don't know. Like I think a little bit it has grown a little bit, but it's still not great, you know?
Is it just me, or does Fiona have like Harley Quinn energy? You
I
know,
see that
he's like
actually.
answering. She's like answering the phone for the gang, and like she's like, "Oh, you can even hear Harley Quinn like, "Hello, Tails, is this you?" It kind of
Yeah.
sounds like Harley Quinn.
Yeah. No,
That's what I'm
I agree.
saying. I think I can very clearly see all the references where he's pulling them in from.
Hmm.
Also, with the whole ending section, I don't know if you know this, but it's literally straight up ripped out from Breaking Bad. Like it's literally Breaking Bad. That is the plot.
No, I've seen Breaking Bad, like I've heard of it, and I've seen a couple episodes, but I haven't like I'm not like a diehard fan of it. If that makes sense.
No, no, I'm not either. It's just I'm saying like this is like the second episode. Just it's straight up ripped off. Like it even the dialogue
Right.
is the same.
Interesting.
Like Fiona's Jesse
Yeah.
and Tails is Walter White. And
Hmm.
anyway, do you have any
That.
final thoughts about the book? Maybe some comments on what to improve, or what was good about it, or stuff like that.
Uh, I would say I'm glad it's over.
Okay.
Definitely wasn't my favorite book. I preferred the other two fun reads that we read in comparison to this one. But this one, I think, kind of redeemed itself towards the end. But I still like the other ones more.
What do you mean? This one is hilarious. This one's just as funny as Dance the Nighter, okay? But it's funny for a different reason. Dance the Nighter was just ridiculously like poorly written. This one is
Yeah.
ridiculously poorly written, but it's plot-wise ridiculously poorly written. The grammar is always wrong, but it's not to the point of Dance the Nighter.
Right.
I do you have anything else? Sorry, I keep interrupting you in your sections, but do you have anything else to add? Like,
No.
just talk about
No,
talk
I'm
about
good.
what do you think was good? What did you think was good about the story? What did you think the author got right?
See, the thing that I think that the author got right was at least kind of making each character kind of individual.
Okay. Character development.
And yeah, like I think that we were supposed to dislike a lot of characters, but I don't think it was intentional for some of the things to happen.
Yeah, Sonic.
So
We're definitely supposed to like Sonic, but we hate Sonic.
yeah,
Yep.
definitely.
Or maybe we're not
Yeah,
supposed to
but
like Sonic. Maybe he
how
really is
about
a
you?
good
What
author.
like?
I keep thinking half of these stories are satire. Like really clever satire. But it's
No, yeah, it
never
definitely
it's
is.
never clever satire. It's always just me being
Mhm.
overthinking it.
Yeah.
Anything
No, it,
else?
it is satire.
Well, are you so
No,
sure
not
though?
really.
I think it's clever satire, but again, it's probably just Prowler 404 is like a 8-year-old writing on Wattpad.
Hmm.
But no. Anything? Do you have
Yeah.
any more comments on maybe what to
No,
revise?
I don't.
What does he need improvement on?
Um, a lot. Spelling, plot development,
Okay. Okay.
characterization,
Okay.
anything like that. Yeah.
So most of the story is what you're saying.
Pretty much everything in the story. Yeah.
It's an interesting take. I'll begin.
Hmm.
So what I thought the author did well was drawing from his knowledge of other works. It's always nice to see authors not being so pretentious and acknowledging. I
Hmm.
mean, this is fanfic, so it's not like anything original is happening here. But I'm glad that it's very like I'm glad that I can see the references and like see these themes being pulled in. Obviously, the author here is very
Hmm.
young, so I don't want to like blatantly make fun of him. Of course, I will tear into his story because the story is not the same as the author. I think I'm very happy that he wrote because I know it's very hard to pick up the pen to begin with. Um,
Yeah.
I will say try and stay away if he's not gonna listen. He's not gonna like watch his podcast or anything. But like if he was, I would say like
No, he's definitely not gonna listen to the
yeah,
podcast.
no. He's probably like some famous writer now. He probably like wrote this story on
Got it.
Wattpad when he was like 5, dug it up and posted it this year. But he's like a literature major
Oh
now or
yeah, that's
something.
right. This was posted somewhere else and then it
Yeah,
was
it was posted
reposted,
on
right?
Wattpad and then transferred to here. Um,
Got it.
I like his passion for writing. It's very obvious. He
Yeah.
definitely has the drive to improve here. I will say I agree with you on the characters. I think they're a very individual. They have, if the dialogue was better, like I can understand that they're individual, which is good enough. Like they're not all just flat characters, which I like.
No.
Um, I would say that pretty much. Oh well, maybe some of the imagery is pretty good. The imagery for the torture sections was very good. Um,
Yeah, the imagery was decent, and I feel like he at least did a good job of like explaining
but
like
only the
again the
torture sections. But
exaggeration. I
literally
think
only
how
the torture sections. Like all the rest of the story was like
yeah,
the imagery is not great. But like the torture sections and where they beat Tails up, that's like very clear. Like I can tell exactly what's going on.
right.
Maybe if the author could just transfer some of that into normal scenes where someone's not getting punched to a bloody meat paste, that would be nice. Some areas of improvement. Well, where to start? I think that he should spend more time focusing on coherency, and,
Got
and
you.
and not just coherency of grammar, but coherency of plot. So he needs to. I would say, judging from how he writes, I would say he needs to come up. He's one of those people that needs to come up with a plan before he starts writing. And if he
A
already does,
storyboard.
yeah, like a storyboard.
So like a storyboard.
It's very
Okay,
clear that
gotcha.
this guy is very. In my opinion, people who write like this usually have a focus mental disorder, like ADHD or dyslexia. So again, that adds on to my like admiration of his ability to pick up the pen in the first place. Uh, I would say that as a person afflicted with that mental illness, I would say you should probably, if you want to write, come up with a very thorough storyboard before you start, and then go from there. I will say writing is a great way to work on focus related disorders and kind of treat that, right? Because you can just put all your stuff on the paper and it kind of relieves some of the, you get to focus on something. Again, I'm not a medically licensed doctor or something or anything. I'm just saying I think that would be great. I would say first off work on coherency, then sentence structure, diction, that kind of stuff. Because he's obviously got the imagery down, he just needs to apply it in a different area.
Yeah.
And I'll refer to the author as he because from the way he writes, from the way they write, I assume it's a he. That's pretty much the only two things he needs major work on. His sentence, like some authors don't put paragraphs.
They
His
don't.
structure with the dialogue is spot on. I don't know if you noticed that, but the actual dialogue structure, like where he separates each
Well,
line,
no, that's what I noticed, and I think that's why it's so frustrating for me and why I didn't like it as much as the other ones was because it actually like it made sense from a sentence
it's
structure
very strange,
point of
right?
view, but like yeah, but like the words and stuff like that are just terribly misspelled.
Yeah, it's very strange how he actually like knows how to write, but he also doesn't know how to write at the same time, you know?
Right.
Um and yeah, I think again, overall, this is much better than like a much better story than Dance the Diter and My Immortal, which is probably why Brandon hates it so much because it's really bad, but it's also not terrible.
Exactly.
I just think again I admire the passion of the author, and I just think if he worked on just those two major things that I talked about and that me and Brandon mentioned about story structure and characterization, that he could be a good writer, you know, and anyone can be a good writer as long as you just work on it. And I know it sounds cheesy, but that's true for writing. It's like one of the only things that's true for writing. And that's pretty much all my comments.
Yeah.
Do you have anything that you want to say? You want to put out there?
No, I'm good. I'm good. Trust me.
You're good. You sure,
Yeah.
Brandon?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to wrap this up.
You're ready to wrap? Okay, we can wrap. It's been an hour and 40, so I guess we can wrap. Do you want to take the outro, Brandon?
Yeah, sure. So thank you all for listening to this episode of Pen is Mightier. We really appreciate it. I don't think that either of us have any announcements. But this will be the last episode that we have produced in 2021, and the next time you'll be hearing from us will be in 2022. And that's really exciting because we kind of started this whole thing kind of on a whim. So it's crazy that we've already produced 14 episodes or so. I think you said the last time.
Yeah, this is our 14th. This is our 14th. Pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we've gotten a lot better from our first one.
I think so too. Definitely.
We have a lot more to say. Which I think it's more natural listening to the recordings. I personally think it's more natural.
I agree. But yeah, no, I've had a lot of fun doing this with you, Aaron. Thank you again for inviting me on to do it with you.
Oh, come on, don't say that. We're co-hosts. I didn't invite you on. You're part of this podcast. Also, you forgot to mention the Twitch, the upcoming Twitch, and maybe Patreon.
I was getting to that. Okay.
I was getting to
that. Yeah. But yes, we are going to plan, or we are planning on making a Twitch or starting a Twitch. I'm not sure the terminology
I have a lot to say about that, but you can keep going about the Patreon and stuff.
No, and yeah, I don't know if we're gonna have enough people or followers to do a Patreon, but yeah.
The Patreon. Okay, I'll start. I'll start out. Are you done? Sorry, I feel like I've been interrupting you all the time during this episode. So
no, it's fine. I'm done.
Okay.
But we just wanted to say our thanks and thanks for listening.
Okay, cool. So about the Twitch and the Patreon. Patreon comes after Twitch, and it's only if I get successful on Twitch or we get successful. I say because I think Brandon has a lot of stuff to do, and I'm kind of a lazy good for nothing, so I have a lot of free time. And so most of the time it will be me streaming and only me. So it'll be me reading these short, dumb fan fictions, because I personally think they're more fun. Just to make fun of, but by viewer request, if I even have viewer requests at that point, then maybe I'll do some more serious stuff. And then if I get enough attention, traction on Twitch, then maybe I'll start a Patreon. And then that will include like special stuff like our news episodes and stuff like the edited versions where we like talk about current events and talk about how our lives are going, and we provide the Patreon patrons with, extra content. That's pretty much it. So sorry, Brandon, but I'm going to have to ask you to do the final outro, like right now.
Yeah, so thanks again. As Aaron kindly put together, that was pretty much all of the announcements that we really had to say at this point in time. But yeah, we appreciate, the support, listening to the past couple episodes, listening to the series that we've done so far, and on to bigger and better things in 2022. Yeah, actually, Happy New Year, everyone, and take care. Bye. Yes. Bye, y'all.